Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Jimmy Butler hints at trade to Lakers via cryptic comment. After leading the Miami Heat to the NBA Finals last year, Jimmy Butler failed to have as much luck this time around. He sprained his MCL in the Heat's play-in game against the Philadelphia 76ers this year, rendering him unable to play the rest of the way. Now, perhaps a trade could be coming. His Heat were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs at the hands of the Boston Celtics, the team that Miami got the best of last year. As a result, he has been able to experience much more free time from the outside looking in. And one of the ways Butler has been blowing off steam was in the form of watching a WNBA game. Specifically, Butler was in Los Angeles to watch the Sparks take on the Dallas Wings. During the game, he was interviewed and revealed that he has been spending a lot of time in the LA area since his off-season began. "I'm doing a lot of stuff I probably shouldn't be doing," said Butler. "Trying to stay out the way. Being in LA as much as possible because I realize the Sparks are great, the LA team is really good. The Sparks are building something new." When asked about Cameron Brink, the Sparks star player, Butler responded with a cryptic comment that could be hinting at a potential alternate future of his. "For some reason, 22 looks good in purple and gold," he said. Butler was referencing Brink, who wears number 22 in the Sparks' purple and gold colors. But Butler himself also wears 22 for the Heat, and of course, the Sparks are modeled off of the Los Angeles Lakers, who also sport purple and gold. It is therefore possible that Butler was hinting at a potential trade to the Lakers with that comment. Butler currently has 2 years left on his contract with the Heat. But rumors of him being traded have opened up in recent weeks, especially after a feud between he and Heat president Pat Riley spawned. Butler has been the conversation of trade over the past few weeks, especially after the Philadelphia 76ers revealed they would be willing to offer Butler a max contract should he want out of Miami. Meanwhile, for the Lakers, their championship window may be closing as LeBron James reaches the end of his career. They could view Butler as the final piece to go all in before their current era closes. The 34-year-old Butler averaged 20.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 5 assists this past season. He shot 49.9% from the field and 41.4% from the three-point range. Playoff Jimmy could certainly serve as a boost to a contending team that acquires him, should the Heat trade him. But only time will tell whether or not that happens. 2 mystery teams looming in Jimmy Butler trade sweepstakes. For the last 5 seasons, Jimmy Butler has been the face of the Miami Heat. He has led them to 2 NBA Finals appearances and an additional trip to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he has seemingly been the ambassador of the Heat's much-lauded winning culture. But all of a sudden, following their first-round playoff loss this spring in which Butler didn't play, there are rumors he could be leaving South Florida. The one team that has been linked to Butler is the Philadelphia 76ers, the team he previously played with during the 2018-19 season. But according to Anthony Chang of the Miami Herald, there are now 2 mystery teams that will be vying for Butler's services. After Miami was knocked out of the playoffs, Butler said that had he been playing, the Boston Celtics, the team Miami faced in the first round, would have been defeated. That led team president Pat Riley to criticize the 6-time All-Star for trash-talking when he wasn't even playing. For him to say that, I thought, is that Jimmy trolling or is that Jimmy serious? Riley told reporters. If you're not on the court playing against Boston, if you're not on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut in your criticism of those teams. Butler wants to receive a lucrative extension from the Heat, but Riley has said publicly he's unsure if he wants to give one to Butler. The forward has 2 years remaining on his current contract, one of which is a player option. He may be 34 years of age, but he still performed well this season, averaging 20.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 5.0 assists a game while shooting 49.9% from the field and a career-high 41.4% from three-point range. If the Heat do end up trading Butler, it would likely trigger a rebuilding project that could take some time. They have Bam Adebayo, an all-star two-way big man, and potent shooting guard Tyler Herro. Point guard Terry Rozier, who they acquired at mid-season, has given them a little more pop offensively. But Butler is their linchpin and the man who cracks the whip, not to mention one of the game's deadliest closers and crunch-time performers. Last year, in the first round of the postseason versus Giannis Antetokounmpo and the top-seeded Milwaukee Bucks, he was deadly down the stretch of games and averaged 37.6 points per game to send the Bucks home. Fan runs into Donovan Mitchell in Italy, allegedly asks him to leave Cleveland for Miami. An NBA fan alleges that he saw Cleveland Cavaliers guard Donovan Mitchell in Italy and pleaded with him to join the Heat. Ashish Mather of Hoops Wire outlined last month what a trade sending Mitchell to the Heat could look like. Dan Gilbert and Kobe Altman would look for a lucrative package of multiple draft picks and one or two young players with star potential in a Mitchell trade, wrote Mather. For example, a source told Hoops Wire that the Cavaliers would ask for Tyler Herro and Jamie Jaquez Jr. from the Heat in Mitchell trade talks if it gets to that point. Also last month, Heat big man Bam Adebayo helped ignite rumors connecting Mitchell to Miami with a post he made on X, previously known as Twitter. Mitchell was one of the elite offensive players in the NBA during the 2023-24 regular season. He averaged 26.6 points per game on 46.2% shooting from the field and 36.8% from deep, along with 6.1 assists per contest across 55 games played in his second season with the Cavaliers franchise. He led the Cavaliers in points per game by a wide margin, considering Darius Garland averaged the second most points on the team with 18.0. On top of that, Mitchell dished out the second most assists per contest on the team behind only Garland, who averaged 6.5. After a memorable regular season, the 27-year-old helped the Cavaliers win their first playoff series since 2018. Cleveland eliminated Paolo Banchero's Orlando Magic in the opening round of the 2024 NBA playoffs, and Mitchell averaged 28.7 points per game while shooting 45.9% from the field for the series. Then, in Cleveland's second-round series against the Boston Celtics, Mitchell scored the ball at an even higher level than he did against Orlando. While Mitchell played in just 3 of the 5 games of the series, the Celtics had no answer for him defensively when he was healthy. Mitchell averaged a whopping 31.7 points per game against a Celtics team that currently owns a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals and converted 53.3% of his three-point attempts. Considering how productive Mitchell was in his second season in Cleveland, along with the fact that a trio of Jimmy Butler, Adebayo, and Mitchell would make the Heat a dangerous team on paper, the Cavaliers seemingly should do all they can to ensure that the former University of Louisville standout remains with the team. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Donovan Mitchell? Leave your opinion in the comments.